Yo, 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 what's good, everyone? It's your boy JTL. Got my boy HD here. Say what's up to the people, man.
What up? What up?
All right, we back with another red pill, respectfully. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Make sure y'all subscribe, hit that bell. So, my boy sent me something. I'm gonna let him get into it, but I'm gonna introduce it real quick. My boy sent me something the other day, and it said his grits on fire. So
Okay.
it's coming from my boy. I call him Lil Pimp, but the brother Ayo Canseco on the Big Facts podcast because there's two different ones. But the one I'm talking about, the Big Facts podcast, the brother he looked like Pimp C, light skin, got kind of a high top fade. He wear glasses. He looked just like
Hmm.
Pimp, just like Pimp. So we call him Lil Pimp. So Ace, go ahead and introduce the meme that you sent me that set your stove on fire.
Basically, it was a meme from some silly broad where it said, "The day that my husband asked me for half on the rent is the day that I'm leaving him with a divorce." Now, that's the meme and tweet that set me on fire. And I
Yeah,
can
don't
go a
forget the
lot
other
of
part.
different. Oh
What
yeah,
the reply? The reply.
the problem basically was, well, shit, you're gonna be on your own. You can't even pay. You can't even pay half a rent. So how you gonna do well on your own?
Mm, mm.
And you know, it just comes from this new day and age where women are demanding that men pay for everything and do everything, and don't ask the woman for any help financially. Ask her for nothing. And you know, the first thing that comes to my mind is, with all these women nowadays who are yelling at the top of their lungs about equal pay and they want to make as much money as a man. So you have a job as a woman, and I gave the example the other day. Let's say you're a woman who makes 60,000 a year, and you want a man. He has to make 100,000 or 200,000 or 300,000 just to be with you, and so he's making his money and he's paying for everything, and you're working and you're making 60,000 a year and you don't want to pay for nothing. So where's all your money going? This man is spending all his money that he's working 5, 6 days a week to take care of you, take care of the rent, light bill, water bill, pay for food, pay for the car note, insurance, pay for the kids, pay for your hair, nails, your Gucci bag, whatever. And all your money is just stacking up in your account. So this man shelling out all his money and you just stacking all your bread. That's the definition of selfish. So how these women are going to be saying that they're such great women and they're good catches when you selfish? You're a selfish broad. You want to keep all your money to yourself and you don't want to help to contribute to anything. So in my eyes, these broads who think that they are good women, they not good women at all. And I really just laugh at all these women who be single by themselves and say that they can't find a good man. You can't find a good man because you don't have a good head on your shoulders. That's the problem. It's not about that there ain't no good men out there, because look at this woman and what she's tweeting. It's obvious she's with a dude who pays for everything. So what is she doing and contributing? Just her looks? If she is a quote unquote stay at home mother and isn't bringing any revenue to the table, why is she even talking about revenue?
I
If you
mean,
a
just
stay
the
at home
thing.
mom and you ain't even got a job, why are you speaking on the revenue? Because all the revenue is coming from the man and he's paying for everything. So if it is a situation where you're working and you're saying he better not ask me for half on the rent or I'm leaving him, where is your money going? Because it ain't going to the rent, it ain't going to the kids, it ain't going to the car note, it ain't going to food. Where's it going? Oh, I know where it's going. It's going all in your pocket. It's going for you to go shopping and buy yourself clothes and shoes. Where else is it going? Nowhere. You selfish.
And it's like, if you mean to tell me that you think getting with somebody is only about you looking good and them just treat you want to be spoiled like a child. And a lot of women don't think about that when they say that. It's like, okay, so you want to be treated like a child. No, I ain't no child. I'm a bad chick. You a child. Because what in your mind makes you think that when you get with a guy, he's supposed to give you all this money and everything, but what about him wanting a family, him building a legacy? Are you really supportive of that? Or do you only want it to be just about yourself and you being selfish? And it's annoying because guys, we talk about this all the time. You know, the manosphere, the red pill community, we talk about this all the time because it's like we don't really hear our voices no more. Like all of that stuff really started going out of the window because even though Martin was a strong young brother, he still had to check himself when it came to his woman. He talked trash, but he still had to check himself a lot of times. And so it started going more towards women and you know how they feel about certain things and catering to them. And I mean, if you love women, you know you gonna be paying attention to it and all women. You yeah, but when it gets to a point where you no longer exist in it, that's what's a problem at. So a lot of us is like, nah, we ain't going for that. That's why you see a lot of young dudes nowadays. It's not cool with it. Like, perfect example to me, because I started seeing dudes agreeing with certain things that females said. It's made no sense. So that's just like with 21 Savage. When he uh, was saying he was cool with Amber Rose posing naked and all of that crap, Bay and all that, being a simp. Then she turned around and did something disrespectful to him, and he dumped her and was like, hell no. And dudes like me and my partner was like, you ain't see that coming? That's what we were trying to warn you about. But he had to touch the stove to see what it's about. So now, you know what I'm saying? You got people like that, that when they go through stuff like that, the young guys are going to start being more like us. And you can say it's bitter all you want. It's all good. I don't care. But at the same time, it's reality. You're not gonna sit there and tell me you're gonna get away with whatever you want to get away with, and you don't bring nothing to the table. And think about it like this as well. Women say they don't want to go back to the 50s where men were abusive, controlling, all this X, Y, Z. But they want men to go back to the 50s of when men were the providers. But you got to think about this. At the time that men were providers and women couldn't work like that. And then not only that, people wasn't balling like that back then. Back then in the 50s, you was balling if you was making 20 grand a year. That was the essential to like you was making, I don't want to go too far, but let's say 70, 80,000, close, you know what I'm saying, close to six figures. That was the essential back then in those days. So women say they want that. They want somebody like their pops and all that. But what about when men were having side babies? Okay, you say you don't want that. Okay, cool, I respect that. But it doesn't make any sense for you to still want that and you say, okay, but I want men to clean up their act. So you want the man to be submissive like the woman, and then you be like the man. But like D.L. Hughley said, and I agree with him because I was saying this, and he's the first brother I ever heard say this on a major platform. He said, why do women have to act like the wrong type of man? And it's like, why can't y'all be like the good, decent type of man? Why don't you act like them? Not like Steve Harvey, because Steve Harvey a piece of trash. Let's just keep it real. He's one of those dudes. Like when we talk about misogynistic, Steve is definitely that. He come on that show to tell y'all this stuff like Derek Jackson get his game from Steve Harvey. I'm gonna just say that. But he comes on there, he sells y'all books, he sells y'all movies, TV shows, all of this. He sells you good vibes and the good humor vibes. You know what I'm saying? He just panders to you. But Steve Harvey is a piece of trash if you look at his track record. And you find out how he really is. He's very conceited. And the sister that he used to play on the Steve Harvey show as Cedric the Entertainer's wife was like, Steve has always been like that. Y'all just now seeing it. He's always been like that. So when you hear men that lead with their wallet, most likely because they ain't got no game, they're not really that interesting. So if you hear women that that's what they want, it ain't because they want the guy, they want the money. And then what's so stupid, a chick like, I'm gonna bring up again, like Sweetie. She's not gonna go date a Dr. Dre. She wants somebody around her age, very close, probably no more than 5 years older than her. She's not gonna want a guy that's 50 something years old just because he got a lot of money. That's another thing women got to realize. If you're gonna sit out here and act like a prostitute, then be a real prostitute. Prostitutes get their money. They don't care who it's from, long as you ain't trying to get them to do something that's, I ain't gonna say degrading. They already doing something degrading. Just keeping it real. But they're not gonna, bareback. I'll say that for all the people who know what bareback means. They're not gonna let you do something bareback stuff like that. So, in a nutshell, when it comes down to it, you can be that way. Go ahead, be that way. Be like, hey, I don't want to deal with no broke dude. That's fine. But when you get with a dude, make sure you cater to what he wants. And I think that's why the biggest reason why a lot of women are not able to find compatible mates is because they're only going into the relationship with what they want. They don't care what the guy wants unless it aligns with their saying their theology and the way they carry themselves and what they want out of life. They don't care. And that's what's hurting you the most is because you're only worried about yourself. You're not worried about your mate. And it's supposed to be both ways. And like, what I'm saying? Like when women get mad with submission, men submit too. If your partners want to go out somewhere, you like, all right, cool, you know what I'm saying? Let me make sure we good. Or nah, me and my girl already planning something. That's submitting on the man's side as well. Nah, you know what I'm saying? Me and my baby, we already, you know what I'm saying? We already planned something. You like what man gets in a marriage that's claiming to be a good, decent guy? And I'm like, I planned something with my girl, but I don't care. Let's go hang out, fellas. Nah, men normally are not doing that. So that men submit too. We're submitting to the relationship too. And that's why it's important for red pill talk. It's not just men being mad and trying to bash women, but it's us talking about the crap that we go through and we just decided not to go through it no more. We're not gonna let you tell us I'm a good guy, but then you want to turn around and tell me I don't make enough money. No, no, no. Make enough money for what? For what? I'm going to be able to take care of myself. You can take care of yourself. If we come together, that makes it even better. So what
Exactly.
does it matter how much I make? Who cares?
And that's the thing. The women always are saying they want things to be equal and they want things to be more modern and they want things to be fair. So if you want all those things, why not be fair and modern and equal and contribute? So you're going against what you're saying that you want. If you want things to be modern and fair and equal, it can't be just with equal pay. It needs to be with, if this man is doing all these things, he's putting a roof over your head, the essentials, right? But then he's going to do the other things that are extra, like paying for nails, hair, paying for your eyebrows, your toes, buying you bags, shoes, all that. All that's material extra stuff. So if he's doing this material extra stuff to make you feel good, to make you feel warm inside, why don't you do something for the man to make him feel warm inside? If it's about being equal, pay for his haircut. Buy him some kicks every once in a while. Take him out to a nice dinner sometime. If you want things to be equal and fair, you as the woman have to be equal and fair too. Not just the man pays for everything and I get to keep all my money. That's not equal and fair. That's not modern.
Or, or, or we can say it this way. How about you take some money, buy some food, and cook his favorite meal? How about you wash his clothes, clean his sneakers up? How about you know what I'm saying? Like cater to him like Beyonce and them did before when she was getting married to Jay-Z and she was happy in the beginning. Cater to your man then. Do that. Like, okay, if he's paying for this and providing all this, cater to your dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want to be buying sneakers and all that, cater to him then. You might still have to
But
spend
why
some kind
not?
of
But why
change.
not? But why not though? If the man is buying you all this stuff, why can't you treat him sometime? Yes, the catering stuff is good, cool, and fine, but a man like you and I, we can wash our own clothes. We can cook our own food. We don't need a woman for that. We can cook just as good as women. I can wash clothes and I've gotten over the years hundreds of compliments from females. Dang, man, your clothes smell so good. I'm a wizard when it comes to washing clothes. because I do this little extra stuff that I'm not going to tell people, but I got a little trick to make sure my clothes smell extra good. So I don't need a woman to cook or clean for me. So if you want things to be equal and
Wait,
fair,
hold on,
if
hold
you
on, hold on. Let me intercept right there. What I mean by catering, because you got some men that's gonna be like, nah, you ain't got to buy me nothing. So what I'm saying
I
is,
got you, that's me.
do
That's
do
me.
the yeah, that's what I'm saying. So do feminine things that a man would appreciate. That's why I said, you can cook his favorite food. Make sure the house nice and clean. You know what I'm saying? His clothes washed up. When he come home, you know what I'm saying? You got his slippers and his robe out. You know what I'm saying? Do little cute
Oh
stuff
no,
like
I,
that.
I get
A
you there,
drink
partner.
for him.
I'm just talking about because the main issue is the financial thing. That's what these women are always screaming about. The money, money, money. So that's what
But
I'm speaking.
but that's
Everything
my
you
that's my
said
point
is
though.
great.
That's my point though.
Everything
If
you
you
said
if
is
you have
great,
a
but
problem
these
with
women
the
need to
money,
start spending their money.
no, I get that. But I'm just saying the reason why I'm bringing that up with the money situation is because check this out now. Women have lost their way on what it means to be feminine and taking care of a man. So
Yep.
what I'm saying is they can use money as an excuse, but the truth is a lot of women have lost their way on catering to a man. So that's why they say they ain't trying to do all that because they don't know how to do all that. And they make it as an
Mm-hmm.
excuse that I ain't with all that, but it's because you can't do all that. That's the
Right.
problem. You
And,
know?
and and I'm speaking of the women who do make the money, the women who do have these jobs they were screaming about. So the women who do make 70,000, 80,000 a year, why is it fair that you just get to sit on your 80,000 a year and pile and pile and pile and cake up and not do anything nice for the man? That's all I'm saying. Every point you
Right.
made is great, but I'm talking about the women who not stay at home moms who go out and work 5 days a week, who make good money or above good money, who making between 80 and 100,000 a year. The women who are managers or VPs or whatever. Why can't you be equal and match the man? Why can't you buy him some nice things? Why can't you take him out to his nice dinner? And we as men are just asking for the bare minimum. Women ask for the whole damn world and a meal every once in a while. A lot of these women want to be taken out every weekend. They want to be bought purses 2 times a month. So they asking for a lot. We as men, we're asking for the bare minimum. Buy me some kicks once or twice a year. You know, just surprise me. Because men like you and I, you're right. We don't ask for nothing. I know you since we was little, younger, over 20 years. You know me over 20 years. Neither one of us ever have went to a woman and said, buy me some shoes, buy me an Xbox, buy me an outfit. Because that we ain't built that way. We both are independent. I know you will go get 3, 4 jobs before you ask a woman for anything. I'll get out and go grab these Jordans out my closet and go sell them and make some money before asking a woman for something. So we're very independent and we don't look to women for nothing. But what I'm saying is for dudes like us, why can't we get shown from a woman that they appreciate us? Because it's
Right.
not just about sex. A lot of women get that messed up in their head, like, oh, I'm gonna just open my legs up. Okay, cool. What man don't want sex? You know what I'm saying? That's great. But there's other ways to show your man appreciation besides just opening up your legs if the conversation is built around finances. That's what these women are always screaming about. Finance, finance, finance. So the men need to start yelling back and saying, yo, you need to show your appreciation through finances to us as well.
I mean, treat her like a prostitute. If you think that's all that's gonna conquer the situation is by opening your legs up, you're prostituting yourself, and you can't get mad if us in the red pill community say that. That's prostitution. Oh, I'm gonna just get him some. And this is what women gotta realize: it'll be cheaper for men to just go get prostitutes. So that's why I don't get dudes that be doing that simp shit. Like it'll be cheaper to just get a broad, you know what I'm saying, that you can just go do whatever real quick and just go on by, man. And trust me, I done been there before. Trust me when I tell you. Oh, so G shit, you can get a nice little baddie for less than $100. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't gonna say too much
That's
more.
all he's
That-
saying. That's what he's saying. That's what
My
he's
boy
saying.
Ace going off. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about,
Because I'm
man.
I'm
That's
sick
what
and
I'm talking
tired
about.
of men not being appreciated. It's always about women are screaming that they get done wrong and they get treated wrong. So do men. So do men. And you got a lot of good brothers out there who bust their butt every week. I'm trying my best not to cuss too, man. I'm trying my best. I'm trying. But they go out there and they bust their butt every week, day in and day out, to not only just support a woman because they say that's what a man's supposed to do, but also to provide the extra. Buying you some Coach shoes that cost $300, that's not an essential. You don't need that to live. I can understand the man providing you with the roof over your head and food and water and all that, the essentials, the needs. Yes, you may need shoes to wear on your feet, but they don't got to cost $400
Mm.
because he's doing that to show you how special he think you is. That's not a need, that's a want. You could go get some slides. You could get some slides from wherever you want to say, Macy's or whatever, that cost $60. But no, you don't want the ones from Macy's that cost $60. You want to go to the Coach section and get the ones that cost $350. Now that's not a need, that's a want. So the man is providing you with the needs and the wants, and he ain't getting no appreciation shown back. No, we that needs to stop. So when this woman is talking about the day that my man asked me for half on the rent, why can't he ask you for half on the rent? Why? Why?
I think another
Explain why.
I think another problem is for these simps, since they can't get women without money, because I didn't have bad chicks. So the money ain't a factor to me. I done turned down bad chicks. So that's the problem. You got so many simps out here that can't get women without money. But like I said, they got services out here that cost way less than you having to go spend $5,000 on a Birkin bag. They got services out here that you don't need to go do that for these women. I'm sorry, and I really don't care if anybody don't like it. For the red pill, we keep it G over here. You don't have to do
And,
all
and
that. If women prostitute,
let,
hold on, real quick. Let me
let
just say
me
this real quick. If women are prostituting themselves like that, then guess what? We might as well do, because at least we ain't gotta put up with you talking them talking to a lot of trash. We ain't gotta buy you Birkin bags. We ain't gotta spend all that time with you. We can throw you a couple of dollars, like Corey said, throw you a couple of dollars, and then go on about our business.
mm,
Go ahead.
and I'm gonna just drop this and then I'll finish because I'm getting a little bit too hot over here. What
Mm-hmm.
people don't realize when you talking about finances, like for that young lady, she going divorce that gentleman she's with and be by herself, right? Because women always holler, I can do bad by myself. All right, so you're gonna get you a little rundown studio, or you gonna get you a nice place because you a quote unquote bad broad. Okay, so you're not gonna get you a studio, so you want to get you a nice place, a nice apartment, or a nice house. So you ain't gonna be able to pay $500 on rent. Your rent or mortgage gonna be $1,200, 1,400, 1,600. So you mean to tell me paying 1,600 is better than going half on that 600, 1,600, and you only paying 800? Which one is better? Paying the 1,600 all by yourself, or going half with a gentleman and paying only eight, and then that other eight you can be saving in your savings account? Or on the flip side of it, not only that, with the gentleman, you got the gentleman who's going half on you with the 1,600. So if he was by himself, he would be paying the 600, 1,600 by himself. So he's with you, he's paying 800, and then that other 800 that he's saving can go towards something else, like saving up for a bigger house, putting that $800 into the stock market to make y'all more money, putting that $800, 1,800, excuse me, $800 into something that'll bring more revenue into the house. See, these women, they think they so smart, but they're dumb. They're not thinking. If you're gonna half on the rent with that man, that money that he's shelling out, the money that he can be saving, could be going towards making y'all more money. But you ain't thinking that way because you ain't that intelligent. You ain't got the marbles upstairs. Because that extra 800 a month, if he's putting that into stocks on the stock market, you can go right on the Robinhood app, put that $800 towards something that can really blow y'all up. So these women who think they so smart and intelligent, y'all don't know a damn thing.
So my boy Kevin Samuels, that's my guy. But us in the red pill,
Learn about some
you see,
stocks. How about that? Learn about some
this
stocks first before you want to make
is
some
why
comments.
me and my partner made red pill respectfully because there's two things that everybody in the red pill know they do not agree with that what Kevin Samuel says. But we still got a lot of respect for the Godfather, right? So one thing he says, when you get with a woman by 6 months to a year, you should be married. Hell no. Second thing he said that I don't agree with is like what we talking about now with the 50-50 thing. He was like, no, that's like having a roommate. I don't give a damn. It's too many scenarios and situations where men have paid all this money for women, and when they get on hard times, they don't hold them down. So why is that a bad thing to have a partnership? That's not a bad thing. I mean, come on. So it's like women complain and complain and complain, but it's supposed to be about a partnership. Because if you're gonna get with a man and you don't want to bow down, then guess what that means? Y'all should be respectful to each other on the same level at the least, and be respectful to him. You can't expect for him to put up everything and you do nothing. So men, maybe we should do that now. But chicken on our level, we shouldn't even deal with them. Men should start doing that. No matter how fine a chick is, ask her what her credit score is. Ask her how much money she got in the bank. Ask her do she own property. Ask her what do she bring to the table besides booty. So that was our quick little episode for y'all, man. We gonna, of course, be back with more things. You already know how we do over here at the Red Pill, respectfully. So make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. This your boy JTL. Say goodbye to the people, HD.
It's HD signing off.
We out of here. Peace.